More than a trend embracing the tiny house lifestyle. Tiny houses are more than just a fad. They represent a shift in values. People are choosing smaller spaces for a simpler life. It's about freedom, sustainability, and intentionality. Imagine a life with less stuff and more experiences. Tiny houses invite you to live with less. You prioritize what truly matters. This lifestyle encourages connection with nature and community. Tiny houses are a statement. They say, I choose to live differently. It's a rejection of consumerism and a commitment to a smaller footprint. This lifestyle is about living consciously and making mindful choices. Tiny house facts, size, cost, and legalities. One of the first questions people ask is, how big is a tiny house? They can range from 100 to 400 square feet. The beauty is customizing the size to fit your needs. Think about what you truly need and design accordingly. Cost is another big concern. Tiny houses can be surprisingly affordable. Building your own can save money. Prices vary depending on materials and features. You can also find pre-built options or kits for easier assembly. Navigating legalities is crucial. Building codes and zoning laws vary by location. Research your area's regulations before you start. Some places are more tiny house friendly than others. Consider joining online communities for advice and support. Location, location, location. Finding the perfect spot for your tiny home. Finding the right place to park your tiny house is essential. Do you crave a rural setting or a more urban vibe? Some tiny house communities offer shared amenities and a sense of belonging. Consider land ownership or renting a spot in an existing community. Make sure the location aligns with your lifestyle and needs. Think about access to utilities, parking, and privacy. Research local zoning regulations. Some areas are more welcoming to tiny houses than others. Don't be afraid to ask questions and explore different options. Finding the perfect spot for your tiny home is an adventure in itself. Section 4. Maximizing space, creative solutions for tiny house living. Living in a tiny house requires creativity, doesn't it? Multifunctional furniture is key. Think about a sofa that converts into a bed or a table that folds down. Every inch counts. And remember, vertical space is your friend. Install shelves, lofts, and storage solutions that go up. Get creative with hooks, baskets, and wall-mounted organizers. Maximize every nook and cranny. Choose your possessions wisely. Embrace minimalism and only keep what you truly need and love. Decluttering is an ongoing process in a tiny house. Focus on experiences and relationships rather than material possessions. Section 5. Sustainability and minimalism. The tiny house advantage. Tiny house living promotes sustainability. Smaller spaces use less energy and resources. Consider solar panels, composting toilets, and rainwater harvesting for an even smaller footprint. Living with less naturally leads to a minimalist lifestyle. You consume less and waste less. Tiny house living encourages you to appreciate what you have and let go of excess. This lifestyle is about simplifying and focusing on what matters. It's about living intentionally and finding joy in the essentials. Tiny house living challenges us to rethink our priorities and embrace a more sustainable future. Section 6. Taking the plunge. Are you ready for tiny living? Tiny house living is a unique and rewarding experience. It's an opportunity to simplify your life and connect with what's important. Are you ready to embrace the tiny house lifestyle? Start by researching and exploring your options. Talk to people who live in tiny houses. Visit communities and get a feel for the lifestyle. Take the time to envision your own tiny house dream. If you're ready to downsize and live with intention, the tiny house movement welcomes you. Take the first step towards a simpler, more sustainable life. Click to the link in description to learn more and begin your tiny house journey today.